Hi guys, you join me and I'm back down at St Ives fishery. I did fish last week but I didn't manage to film that because my target fish came out of shallow and I wasn't really sure what to do next, whether to stick on shallow or to go on one of the other lakes. So I basically dotted myself around, fished a night or two on each different lake, just trying to figure out where I wanted to be. And basically I come round to the decision that I'm going to get back on Meadow for a while, give that fish a chance to settle down, and it doesn't come out very often anyway. Came out at over 50 pounds, so unbelievable fish. Hopefully one day it'll be mine, but it doesn't come out very often, and I didn't fancy the chance of it coming out again so soon after being caught. So the decision was made to come onto Meadow in the end, after sort of going here, there and everywhere. So I didn't manage to record that session. Didn't catch. I had a couple of tench but didn't catch any carp, so didn't really miss much. Sort of update you of what's been happening really. I mean, that had been a month since I've been back down, so we're sort of a month and a half since I was last here now, and I'm back and on Meadow. I'm going to fish it, I'm not sure for how long really, probably for most of the summer now. I might go over onto one of the other lakes like Lagoon or Longreach, or even back onto shallow, but the odd session. But I think for the summer, the time being, it's back on Meadow. We'll see how it goes. I've got about a week in front of me, so hopefully I can nick one this week. It's a tough venue, so it might happen, it might not. It's all about location and being able to find some fish in a catchable area. You see them quite often right out in the middle. Well, they're just out of range. You've got to find them where you can catch them, and we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens, and hopefully, if not this session, I'll have one soon. But I'm going to put the time in, put the effort in, because I won't be able to probably get back down again for about another month after this session, because I've got another social with spar baits and a few other commitments. So hopefully it'll be this week. If not, it'll be after they spawn, because it's not long now, sort of in the next few weeks I think they'll spawn. So it's a good time to have one at a good weight at the minute, but there's no sign of it yet. So there you are guys, until later on I'll update you as and when. Cheers guys. Right guys, I'll just give you a little look at my swim. We're on a T-bar causeway. This is one of the swims just below mine, which fishes out into little fjords. And then behind us is big fjords. So as we come up the causeway, got the gap over there, little fjords out into Meadow. Big fjords over here. So we'll keep going up, paddle through a little bit of water here to get to this swim. We've just come into the swim now. See my bivvy in front of us. This is the end of the T-bar. Just come round to the front of the swim. 2 rods down there. This is a viewpoint, Meadow. Shelves off quite quick here into deep water, and then as you go out further out, it shelves back up onto a bar or plateau. And I'm fishing out on that bar and that plateau with 2 rods. Come back round, and bivvy there. And then I've got my third rod just down here, fishing down the margin into Meadow. A bit more paddling. Basically just down that tree line. It's the old bank between the two lakes, between Meadow and Big Fjords, and I've just got a rod down there. See, Meadow, mega water. Favourite water on the complex. Absolutely love this place. There's Big Fjords there behind us, and a gap over there that goes through towards Stake Pit. So you can sort of gauge how much water there is here, and it's a big task to catch these fish. But this swim does give you a very good vantage point to hopefully see if anything shows where they are. So as we come back up to my swim, or where my bivvy is, come back round, and then we've got the other causeway bank just here between Meadow and Little Fjords. Through some water again. Meadow this side, top end of Meadow. Little Fjords to my left. Go up towards the gap where the fish travel through. This is the end of the causeway. Little Fjords here. Goes right back past all them bars and islands. Basically, that's the gap here. That's where the fish come through into Little Fjords. The same down the far end of Meadow. There's another gap, probably twice the size of this one. It goes into Big Fjords. And again through to Stake Pit. It's a massive task. Try and locate these fish. Unbelievable venue. Some unbelievable fish. This swim does give you a few different options. Sneak a rod in here and there. It's not too far away from you. Fish the margins. Or locate fish in other areas. But at the moment, not really seeing much. Seems very quiet, so locating them is a bit tough. But as we come back down the causeway, you can see why it's called the T-bar. It's in the shape of the T to the two gaps. Mega swim, mega venue. Hopefully I can get up and running soon and put a fish or two on the bank. So there you are guys, it's a little look at my swim. So until later on, cheers guys.
The fire is burning inside me. It's burning. My heart is catching fire. I just feel so fine with this fire, this fire, this fire, this fire.
Right guys, just a quick update really. We're now 24 hours into the session. No fish yet. Not seeing anything show at all. It's been very, very quiet. Had a good walk round today and couldn't find any fish anywhere really. I'm happy with the swim I'm in anyway, so there's no point in moving for the sake of moving. Currently on a swim at the end of the T-bar. It's a swim I've never fished before, so it's new to me. But it's a very good swim for looking around the lakes. Like on the end of the T-bar you can basically see, you're in the middle of Meadow, so you basically see the whole of Meadow, which is out in front of me. Then to my right, behind me, is big Fjords. I can see pretty much all of that. And then to my left, behind me, is little Fjords, and I can see part of that. So it's probably one of the best places to see a lot of water and keep your eye on it. And if I see fish and they're out of my range or in a different part of the lake, then I'll move. But at the moment I've not seen anything to go on. A good bit about this swim as well is you have got options. You don't have to just fish out into Meadow. You can sneak a rod into big Fjords or little Fjords, you know, as long as you're not interfering with anybody else. So it does give me a few options, but at the moment it's very quiet. So we'll see what tonight brings and I'll update you as and when. So until later on guys. Cheers guys. Right guys, I just thought I'd talk you through the bait for the session. It's hemp, sweet corn, chopped tiger, chopped peanut and FSB in dumbbells, which will all be soaked in a FSB liquid food complex and then chopped. There's a few whole ones in there, but mainly chopped into little bits and pieces. And then I've got a dumbbell cork dust wafter on the rig and a PVA stick with the FSB stick mix on my go-to standard slip D rig. That's the bait for the session. I started adding a few sort of nuts and bits and pieces now as well, as the water is starting to warm up. I do think it helps hold the fish in the area for longer, having them bits and pieces. So there we are guys, that's just a little look at my bait. So until later on guys, cheers guys. Well, good morning guys. Now 3 nights in, still no action, nothing really to report. but I did see my first show this morning. Fish came out of the water twice. It was a decent fish as well. The only problem was it was the other side of the lake, right over by the boathouse. But that was it, just one fish, showed twice. There wasn't any more shows, and it was in an area of the lake. Even if you moved up there, you can't cast to anyways, it's too far out. So that's it really, that's all I've seen. You know, I've walked around each day, had a good look, not really come across anything. All the areas that I fancy going into as well are taken at the minute. You know, there's already anglers in them. But I'll give it one more night. I know there's a few lads that are off tomorrow, so I'll give it one more night, and if nothing happens in this swim, then I'll definitely have a move tomorrow and try my luck somewhere else. I'm really not seeing anything out in Meadow, not anything at all apart from tench in little fjords. I did manage a pike whilst reeling in yesterday, but you know, I don't really want them. So I think the gut says there's fish probably in big fjords and in stake pits, so that's where I'm going to look at. I think I wanted to fish big fjords when I got here originally, but the swim I wanted to be in was already occupied. So I'll give it another night and then we'll see what happens. But if nothing happens tonight, then I'm definitely going to have a move tomorrow. So until later on guys, I'll update you as and when. So cheers guys. Well guys, that's another night done. What a night it was. Absolutely crazy weather last night. About midnight we had one almighty storm, and waves lapping over the front of the swim, wind blowing straight in my face, massive hailstones, thunder, sheet lightning, fork lightning for about 2 or 3 hours. It was absolutely crazy. Unbelievable weather. What a night that was. But unfortunately didn't result in any fish, so about dinner time I decided to up sticks and move. The swim on the end of Bill's Point, the one I originally wanted, became available, so I moved into there. Just got the rods out, found some nice spots out there, got some bait on top of them, so we'll see how the night goes, see what happens, but I'm a lot more confident now. I do believe the fish are probably in this area, so we'll see. I'll give you a look around the swim in a bit and just where I've moved and what I'm doing. But for now, I'm going to chill out, relax. It's been a bit of a hard slog moving in that heat, but hopefully effort equals reward, and I'll be rewarded for my efforts at some point in the next few nights. So until later on, I'll update you as and when. But for now, cheers guys. Right guys, I'll give you a little look at the swim I've moved to. This is Bill's arm, and I've moved to the swim on the end of Bill's arm. So as we come up the path, coming towards the front of the swim, this is the view from the swim. Come down the bivvy there, 2 rods down there. As we get into the water, this is Big Fjords. I'm in the main body of Big Fjords. So as you can see, plenty of water out there. Got 2 rods out there fishing onto a bar. And if you look back round the corner, back round there, right at the end of that water is the T-bar, and that's where I was before I moved to here. All that water out over there goes down into Stake Pit. I'll give you a little look at that now in a second. So as we come back out of the water, the 3rd rod is just up and over here fishing into this back bay. There's my 3rd rod. I'm fishing it out just towards that island out there. This back bay goes all the way back down there, back to the end of the arm. Loads of water. Can't really see the bay that way, so I'll come up over here and I'll show you that. Come back out into the water. There's that island. You see that back bay goes all the way up there. And then it's a pan round, got all that water down there. And if you go down round the corner, it opens out again into Stake Pit. It's another big bit of water. And that bank over there, just the other side of that, is shallow. As you can see, guys, there's an awful lot of water, lots of areas that the fish can hide and just be left alone to do what they want to do. It's very, very rich water, so the fish don't even need to eat your bait. I think they just eat it if they come across it. This is what makes it such a tough task. Definitely worth the time and effort. Some mega fish in here. Hopefully I can put a few of them on the bank this season. So as you come back out the water, back up towards the swim. This arm goes a long way down there. There's still another couple of swims down this arm. There you are, guys. Mega water. Unbelievable place. Absolutely love it here. Love this water. Just happy to be here, to be honest. Fish is a bonus. Come here with the right mindset and you'll do okay. So there we are, guys. That's a little look at my swim. So until later on, cheers, guys. Well guys, that's the first night in a new swim done. Still no fish, but it is looking a lot more promising. I've been watching fish show just to my left for the last 2 or 3 hours, so they're definitely in the area. Just hoping they drift over the rods, but if they don't, when they stop showing later on, because it is in my water, I will investigate that area and I'll put a rod there tonight, and hopefully tomorrow they will show back up again and I can nick a fish then. But the weather's absolutely bang on now. Southwesterly blowing down into that bottom corner, overcast, and just looks absolutely spot on. So hopefully it's a sign of things to come, and I can hopefully nick one in the next night or two. Like, it is tough fishing. You've got to sort of take that with these sort of waters. You've got to come here with a mindset that you're not going to catch. Very often you've just got to sit back, relax. I know the rigs are right, I know the bait's right, it's just a case of finding some fish and being able to put rigs in front of them where in areas where they're catchable. But it's not for the faint-hearted, it's not an easy task. You're going to do a lot of blank nights, but when that alarm finally goes, it's definitely worth it. This is what I love doing. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What a place. And this lake in particular is my favourite lake on the complex, and I just love being here. This is where my heart is, really. I mean, there's lots of other fish I want to catch, don't get me wrong, on the other lakes, but this is the one that really ticks all the boxes for me. Definitely worth all them blank nights. That's part and parcel of big fish, low stock waters. You've just got to take the rough with the smooth, take it as it comes, and eventually you'll hopefully get your rewards. You know, it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. But I'll stop waffling on now. I'll keep trying, keep plodding, and I'll update you as and when. So until later on, guys. Cheers, guys. Well, good morning guys. It's another night done, and unfortunately fish didn't turn back up. They've done the off, not sure where they've gone, but that's the nature of these sort of lakes. Fish are very, very nomadic. One day they're in one area, another day they're the completely opposite end of the lake. But I've got one night left, so I've decided I'm going to stick with this swim. Hopefully fish might turn back up tomorrow morning, but if not, it's been a learning curve. You know, I'm always learning. You know, I've fished a couple of new swims, found some new areas. It's all good information. You keep trying, keep going, keep trying to unlock the code to this lake, and the rewards will come at some point. So until later on, or tomorrow morning for my final rundown. Cheers guys. Well guys, that's it. As the session draws to a close, I'm going to start packing away slowly now in a minute, get the kit back to the car and back down the motorway. It's a blank this time, but that is to be expected on waters like this. You know, you're not going to catch every time you come, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Nice to be back on this lake, just sort of getting my teeth back into it. Haven't fished this lake much since last year. Did a couple of nights last week, but that's it. So we're trying to get back in tune with it a little bit. Like the fish were out there for at least one day, but they were just to my left, but they did be off and they haven't really come back. So hopefully next time I can try and put a fish or two on the bank, share with you guys. Be back down in a few weeks and I'll have another go at it. But as always, thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll keep trying, keep plodding, and the rewards will come eventually. You know, it is a tough lake, tough complex on the whole really, but I do really like this lake and the effort is well worth it. So there you are guys, that's another session done. So until next time, it's tight lines from me, and bye for now. Cheers guys.